Faith.
Yes, big brother.
For your actions, you are hereby disqualified from Big Brother's house.
Oh my God.
Proceed to the diary room immediately.
Housemates,
Yes.
Big Brother has made it abundantly clear. Only English and Pidgin are permitted in this house. When you choose to speak in vernacular, you must immediately translate. Imisi.
Yes.
Despite repeated warning, you have continued to brazenly disregard this rule. Since you are so comfortable depriving others of your words, Big Brother will now help you along. From this moment on, you are not allowed to speak at all until further notice. Housemates, the show may be in its final days, but Big Brother's rules remain the same. Do not mistake the nearing end for a license to disregard them. Big Brother expects full compliance until the very last moment you spend in this house. Big Brother. Nothing else. Just Big Brother.
I think I'll start by clapping for Big Brother and giving him his stance. Although late, but the discipline was, well thought out. It was given when it was supposed to. Like I said before, I'll still drag Big Brother anyway because this is almost like too little, too late. And of course, we had a target also yesterday in Imisi. It's like Big Brother was transferring aggression coming from disqualifying Faith down to Imisi for also speaking in vernacular. I'll be talking all about that, analyzing Faith's disqualification and where Sultana comes in, the issue of violence. What counts as violence in Big Brother's house? What counts as provocation? We are going to check that out, the balance between violence and provocation, what calls for punishment, what calls for strike. We also look at the whole vernacular conversation. They have been speaking different languages in that house for weeks now, and it seems Big Brother is turning a blind eye. Sure, turning a blind eye to disciplining and even punishing these housemates, and also a bit of Kola Dede. These are more we're talking about throughout the show today. I'm so happy to be here with you, Cynthia Onwado. That's my name. I love to talk Big Brother here on BB Niger Updates on Leadership TV. Please do well to like our post and share it also and leave a comment. I really love to hear from you, especially on this issue of Faith's disqualification. A lot of noise is still being made to this very moment about that disqualification. A lot of celebrities has come out to also lend out their voices. Ex-housemates like Pere, Venita, Uti Nwachuku of Big Brother Africa, some other people felt like he didn't deserve that punishment. It was harsh anyway. Some people felt like, okay, this is what the brand stands for, putting your foot down against violence. Because what is the guarantee that moving forward, female housemates coming into the season, into the show, would feel that they are protected, their rights is being gathered by Big Brother, they'll feel safe in that particular house without fear of being injured or stabbed or, one violent act or the other carried out on them. So it's a very broad conversation. So we'll be getting into all of that right now. Okay, going towards the issue yesterday and how we started with Sultana. I know right after he dragged the bucket from Sultana and she fell down and sprayed her knees, I know Big Brother called the both of them at separate occasions to narrate what happened. Called them to the diary room anyway. This is after Sultana had gone to the head of house, Jason J, and explained, how she got into the altercation with Faith. And Jason, in his normal leadership style, tried to, talk to Faith and ask him, okay, what happened? And Faith wasn't really cooperating. He said, I don't want to talk about it. I don't care to talk about it. And that was how the conversation ended. Big Brother went a step further to calling each of them into the diary room to narrate how all of that happened. But Faith's response in the diary room kind of stood out to me. And I think that was what led into what we noticed, or the final disqualification, because it seemed like Big Brother was trying to maybe not goad him or trying to bait him into being remorseful, apologetic, because when we compare Zita and Ruboy's issue where she threw the spicy indomie at him and she had to apologize in front of the whole house, she was even crying. You went to Big Brother, apologized. You could see some remorse in that action she took. You could feel that she was remorseful. She felt bad about what she did. She felt that she hurt Ruboy. She was really apologetic to Big Brother, the housemates, Ruboy himself, the entire world, and then she was almost let go with 2 strikes, because Zita's action actually deserved a disqualification, because throwing spicy indomie on somebody is real violent. But the difference that we had to see with Faith was he stood his ground and he felt he didn't do anything wrong. Even when Big Brother was asking him that, why this is the final week and you are not the one to tell Sultana when she feels comfortable carrying out this task, because it's a group task. Some of them had to make lotion, and then Sultana felt she wanted to do her own lotion a lot different from when Faith wanted to do his. And then when he was carrying out the task with K-Bobo, she came and took the bucket and probably maybe exerted a bit of dominance over an already existing task. It's just like seeing 2 people working on a project and then you come in and then you want to lord over what they're already doing. Even though you know that you are coming late, it's preferable that you blend in and try to continue what they have already started instead of trying to come and lord over what you know they're already doing. So it was a clash of ego. Sultana's ego had something to do with that. Faith's ego also had to do with that. And the fact that he's a man and he felt he was physically stronger than her. And then that bucket became like an object that they were struggling over. It was much more than that bucket. It was much more than, okay, Sultana, you're just coming. You can't come and tell us what to do. It was more of a show of dominance. Okay, I've already started doing this. And you came in rudely to try to interrupt or take over what we were doing. So it was all about pride, ego, arrogance, just a mix of different things. And then the physical violence, I think that was the icing on top of it. And the fact that Faith was definitely not apologetic to the fact that he noticed she fell down. He didn't even try to check on her. He didn't try to apologize. He didn't try to, even calm the situation. That I remember that video yesterday, Dede trying to tell him, calm down, Faith, calm down, K-Bobo, also trying to interject. But that was all a waste of time. He was almost like enjoying the scenario, seeing her falling down. And the imbalance already. He's a man, she's a woman. So it's like when they say when a man and a woman is fighting, you as a man can never win. The woman would always, have that upper hand over you. So all of those things came to play against Faith. But I felt like Faith had his right in that argument, but he did it in a very wrong way. So that was what spiraled into this whole thing now, because I for one felt the way Sultana came to join that task was quite rude. She came in when they had already started doing it. She tried to exert dominance, and that kind of triggered Faith. And when Faith starts, he doesn't have a break. He doesn't have an end. He just, goes in overdrive. So it was like a provocation from Sultana, and that was what resulted into what we saw with Faith. And the fact that he wasn't even remorseful. The whole of Africa, the entire world in short, people are talking about village people. Sorry to our non-Nigerians that are watching. When we say village people, we mean people that are working against your progress. So people felt Faith's village people were, doing some kind of sacrifices on him, because how do you have less than 48 hours to the end of the show and then you just lose out? You are disqualified from the show that you had put so much blood, sweat, tears, energy into. He is the housemate with the highest branded tax wins, even when it comes in terms of cash. Even the last tax, the innocent tax they just did, he won the car. So that's something I don't have. I'm not privy to that information. I really don't know what will happen to his tax, his branded tax wins, his money, his car. Would probably get to hear more of that from the multi-choice group much later as the show progresses. But I wish Faith all the best in future. I really think he has a lot to work on. His intelligence, he's confident, he's smart, but it's all about character also, and being able to live with people in an enclosed space like that. And I hope he grows and he learns from it. I don't really know what he's passing through right now. It's so sad. And even seeing people dragging him, calling him all sorts of names, I think we should just take it easy with these housemates. At the end of the day, they are humans. Of course, we are watching their flaws and their actions and inactions and mistakes on camera. How would you feel if you're placed under a camera for months and people get to see you act out, act out of character and then drag you for one thing or the other? But I'm really hopeful that Faith learns from this moving forward. Work on his patience, his mental health, the way he relates to people, just generally, even the fact that he's his career field is a doctor, being able to care for people, and then on the flip side, kind of being having the image of being a mean person, it just doesn't correlate. So Dr. Faith, you have a lot of work to do. I wish you well moving forward, but this is a very sad one. And he has also set a record as a as the first housemate to be evicted 3 days to the end of the show. That's a big record. We've had disqualified housemates for various reasons over time, for different situations. But I also feel like Big Brother had a part to play in this. Like I said earlier, this discipline is coming a little too late. Right from when Faith started having provocative instances with fellow housemates like Culture, Bright, even the whole Imisi situation, we didn't really see that. Funny enough, there was like a cut and paste release video from Showmax. That was how we got to see that he actually hit Imisi on her head with a pan. You know, the whole Indomie and kerosene situation, it was just a lot. I feel like if Big Brother had kind of cautioned him in one of these various events or quarrels he had with fellow housemates, maybe he won't be here right now. But it's almost like Big Brother let him lose, or just, you know, let him go wild, and he didn't now know the difference between, maybe not right and wrong, between going extreme and doing the most. Although Big Brother told them to do the most, but I think Faith overdid it. He really, really overdid it. And the fact that Big Brother didn't dish out punishments when they were needed to kind of bridle him from taking it a step further to what he did to Sultana, it really worked against him. And I think moving forward, Big Brother should, you know, measure, when it comes to acts of violence, quarrels, measure what's needed adequate punishment, because it seems like he was giving special treatment this time around. A lot of housemates were punished for variant degrees of misbehavior, but it seems like Faith was let off a lot of times. So that's what led to what we are seeing right now. But also moving on to Imisi too, she was like, will I say collateral damage? Big Brother also punished her and told her she would remain mute, you know, until further notice. She wasn't to speak, especially when it came to disrespecting the rules, which is whenever you speak in vernacular. When I say vernacular, any of the Nigerian languages, that's Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Efik, whatever it is, you had to translate. But then you get to see Imisi speaking Yoruba continuously, even in a group setting with other, you know, housemates, and she doesn't translate. So even this punishment, I feel like it's a little too late, and there are other housemates that should have also been part of this punishment. People like Rude Boy, people like Koin, you know, they were very disrespectful in that aspect, speaking Yoruba over and over again and not even translating, because the only languages allowed in the Big Brother house is English and Pidgin languages. And then when you had to speak in any Nigerian language, you had to translate, but they weren't doing this. So I think Imisi actually deserves this punishment, being mute till further notice. Also, we saw a bit of Kola and Dede dragging themselves per usual. I like you not. Talking about their media rants when they come out of the house, there are a lot of funny things that have been seen in these former housemates and the ones that are doing media rants now. I'm seeing something from Sabrina. We've had a little drama between Bright and Media. I don't know what's going on there. And some utterances Sabrina is making. You know, media rounds, it's kind of like when these housemates go for their media rounds, they start to add pepper and salt and different spices into their experiences in the house. And we begin to question our minds like, is it not the same show that I watched? This is something I sat down and watched. So why are you telling me something different from what I watched? This is what I witnessed. I watched it with my 2 eyes. So why are you saying something different? Really, I cannot wait. Media rounds are just something so what language will I use now? They're so controversial because before they go for those media rounds, they've probably been briefed by their VVIPs, people that like them, their family members. Oh, say this, don't say this. This housemate likes you. This one doesn't like you. That one said this about you. They've been debriefed or sensitized or whatever. They've been told all sorts of things. So they go to these radio and TV stations and they start telling all sorts of lies, and they even give us short information. When you ask them questions, they begin to cut and add pepper and add spices. So Kola and Dede were dragging each other and talking about their media rounds. And Kola was saying, okay, let's rehearse what we are going to say. And Dede was saying, okay, I don't even know what we are going to be asked. And then he threatened her and said, if you say any rubbish about me, I will also say rubbish about you. But let us watch this and we'll come back to talk about the whole, issue of media rounds.
By this time next week,
you do your media rounds.
it's true.
In case you think you're free. In case you think you're free from Deloitte.
Questions come, need to plan our questions and answers. What's the time for the media round? Let me warn you now.
Hey, excuse me, I will mess you up if you come close to me.
Let me warn you. Don't mess with me. You try nonsense. I know you like that shit. You're like, oh, wait, fuck. If you talk nonsense, I will talk my own nonsense too. No, what about
I'll wait for you to go first.
Try me, and I will expose us all. Embarrass me there. Embarrass me.
Don't worry, they will only ask what they've seen. I don't have to make up stories, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't talk too much. I choose what I
I'll let you swear to God. Swear to God.
No, we're not there together, so the fuck?
What makes this topic stand out to me is the fact that these fan bases don't like each other. Dede's fans don't like Kola. Kola's fans don't like Dede. So it's going to be messy. But you know the fun part? Me, I'm just here with my popcorn, rubbing my hands together. I cannot wait to see the chaos that would erupt. I'm not supporting violence, but I'm here for the drama because I'm already seeing Sabrina in her media round talking about Kola and saying, oh, Kola said he likes me, but he said I shouldn't tell anybody, and blah, blah, blah. He said I should keep it secret. But we know that Kola was quite outspoken, saying that Sabrina was one of the people in that house that he really liked, or just despite the fact that she was taller than him, he couldn't be in a relationship with her, but his first choice was always Dede. But he also liked Sabrina, but he couldn't go for Sabrina because she was taller than him. So I don't know where these conversations happen, but media rants are always messy because these housemates will keep quoting and misquoting and malquoting each other. But I'm here for the drama. Today, of course, is Friday, and we just have Saturday, and then Sunday we get to see who are Season 10 over 10 winner is going to be. What do you think about face disqualification? Less than 2 days to the end of the show. And also, who is your proposed winner? Please let us know in the comments. I really love to hear from you. Of course, we'll bring you more updates as it emerges. And of course, who the crowned winner is going to be. I'm so excited to find out. Is it Imisi? Is it Dede? Is it Coin? Is it Sultana? Is it Jason J? Is it Kola? I have like a top 5 I have my own personal top 5. I also have my own proposed winner, but I'm not going to reveal it. I'm going to keep it to myself, but I want to hear from you. Who do you think is the crown winner of BB Niger Season 10 over 10? Please let us know in the comment. This is where I draw the curtain. I'm still Cynthia Onadosi. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.